Before we begin, I would like to advertise my books, Above Heaven and Dance of Frozen Death. If you like my takes on storytelling, please consider giving them a read. Links in the description. Now, on with the video.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Greetings, fellow mortals. I'm not gonna sit here and claim that I'm the biggest Final Fantasy lover in the world. I never even touched the MMOs. I also never finished 12 or 13. I didn't like 8's leveling gimmick. I thought 10 was good, 15 was a fun mess, and 7 is interesting to say the least. So I didn't exactly jump for joy when 16 came out. It went on to my list, but I had more important games to finish first. I was still playing through Tears of the Kingdom after all. I didn't want to lose my button muscle memory controls too soon. But how could I not get into this game with all the emotion surrounding it? Hardcore Final Fantasy fans love it. And all the usual haters for all things Japanese just tore it apart. First for being too easy, despite hating Elden Ring for being too hard. Then for not having a lot of depth with the female characters, meaning that they didn't actually do the side quests in the game. And finally, for how the game portrayed a gay relationship as just two dudes loving each other. With how gaming journalists had an agenda against Elden Ring, Tears of the Kingdom, and Final Fantasy XVI, I might be seeing a pattern here. I trollingly say just to mock them because I've seen what they call people, but seriously, just let the Japanese make what they want to make. I see so many comments from all sides telling the Japanese to change their fundamental vision on their art. Oh, Elden Ring doesn't have accessibility options. Nintendo was mean to us over Tears of the Kingdom. Final Fantasy XVI is too easy even though I activated all of the accessibility modes I demanded from Elden Ring. What a bunch of hypocrites. Okay, for some it might have been nice if Final Fantasy XVI unlocked its hardest mode from the start, but if someone wants raw difficulty from a Final Fantasy game, I don't think you've played a lot of the you're the epic hero power fantasy type of games. Most people wouldn't even use the hard mode at the start to begin with. Sure, options are always nice and better, but I respect the creative decisions. Just like with Elden Ring, we have to stop telling people from foreign nations what they can and can't do with their art. That goes with anime too. Are there things that I don't like? Yes, but I give suggestions instead of demanding stuff like I'm in charge of them and they have to obey my every whim, like I'm their moral betters. People from all sides really have to stop criticizing art and entertainment just to make them feel like they're good people. It's obnoxious.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
For example, yes, more female characters would be nice for the next game. I just started reading The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. When I got to page 50, I thought, there are a lot of dudes. Can we get some estrogen up in this house? God, I don't want this to be a sausage party. Just look at my books if you want to see what I mean. I love writing female characters. It's so much fun. At the same time, Final Fantasy has some great female characters in its history. Even in just the ones that I've played, so it's not like they're incapable of it, and it's weird to point to Jill as a bad female character. Yeah, you have to dig in with the side quests to get more details about her, but that's also the type of character she is. You have to dig a little bit more. Would I like more of this in the main game? Yes. Am I going to focus on it? No, because there are plenty of female fans that love the boy band type of games. Final Fantasy XV and Stranger of Paradise prove that, and I didn't even play Stranger of Paradise. I'm going off just the female reactions that I've seen in the past. They love the pretty boy brigade. I'm not going to try to take that away from them. Fangirl over the Muscle Men ladies, I'm an equal opportunity person here. No judgment from me.
What anybody thinks. I love the Beatles for them and I'll always love them.
And finally, the relationship between Dione and Terrence. I don't even know why people are mad at this one. A game from Japan is treating a homosexual relationship just like it would treat a hetero one. These characters are well defined both together and separate. They have more aspects to them than their sexuality. At the same time, the fact that they are gay isn't shied away from. This is everything I want from representation in entertainment. This is a lot better than what we get in Western entertainment with LGBT+ characters. A lot of the time, those aspects are advertised, but then they're pulled away or cut out when shipped overseas. And they're not up in your face about it either, because I'm not watching the cutscenes of an epic makeout session or sex between two dudes. Not my thing. It's always awkward to me even with straight relationships in games. The two different character models bumping up against each other is the most awkward thing ever. I'll watch cute moments and kisses all day if you ask me to, but anything more than that and I'm just probably either gonna skip or bring out my phone while they hammer it out. You're talking to the guy who picked Tali in Mass Effect as his main romance interest. I'm okay with fading to black. So what do they want? Do they want Sylvando from Dragon Quest XI, except without the awesomeness and the great characterization or the great character development? Just the stereotype? Because here's the thing about Sylvando. He's flamboyant, but I never actually thought he was gay. That was way too obvious. I always thought that Eric was the gay one. First time I met that guy, I thought he just wanted the hero character. This is just headcanon though, it's not like anything has been confirmed or not. And at this point, it feels like game journalists are poking at Final Fantasy XVI for not bowing to everything that the American writers wanted from the Japanese. I'm just happy that they're moving away from stereotypes. This is really good writing on their part. The journalists feel like the opposite of what the Red Letter Media guys were pointing out.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next products.
Instead of not asking questions or giving any criticisms, they're looking to hate every little single thing about this. Look, Final Fantasy XVI isn't perfect. I would not suggest it to everyone. But this hateful stance against it is weird. Think about what the creators were considering when they were working on this. This is a slavery is bad type of story with inspiration from Game of Thrones. Yeah, it was probably a conscious choice not to put people of color in this. Just think about it. The Japanese probably don't understand our perspective on race and slavery perfectly, so they decided to be safe and not walk through the landmine because they see exactly how volatile that topic can be. And they probably didn't want to cause a big controversy and insult a lot of people over here. They just wanted to be chill about it. The same thing could be said about all of their other creative choices. They did put thought into this. The action style combat was to make you feel like the badass hero who can fight anything. And yes, a lot of the side content is a lot of padding, but every single game has padding nowadays, with only a few exceptions. If you don't like every aspect of it, then that's fine, but this vile vendetta is a bit gross. It feels like a power grab, and it makes me want to support the game more than dismiss it. If I didn't know any better, I would think that it's a hate campaign to promote the game. It's like it's a reverse Ghostbusters or Star Wars type of thing, but that's probably not the intention. It's just an unintended side effect. Like I always say, hating something gives it a lot more power. Apathy is the only thing that truly kills art and storytelling. Controversy creates cash after all. The only thing that I can really see people hating about all of this is the fact that Final Fantasy XVI is an exclusive to PlayStation right now, and you might want to play it but not have a PlayStation. But don't worry, it's going to come out on PC soon enough. But besides that, there really isn't a reason to hate this game all that much. If you're not happy with it, just give it apathy, because anything else is just supporting it.
And when you say to yourself, I don't care what happens, it just gives you a broader perspective for the art, for the words to emerge.
Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and to continue the discussion in the comment section. And please consider giving my books Above Heaven, Dance of Frozen Death, and Vows of Blood and Honor, which will be released in September, a chance. I appreciate you. Do not despair.